Hey guys, welcome back to Long. So we are talking about our daily close here. So excited for this close. So let's see how it's developing over here. Just quickly zoom in. We don't have much time on it. I do want to post on Twitter as well. So inshallah I get to do that in time. I'm not quite certain if I will, but that's okay. So let's just zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. It's exactly 7 at this point on this. So let's see how that's progressing. And of course, let me just quickly tweet that out as well. As we can see here, wow, what a beautiful, let's actually open these up a little bit. We can't quite see them here. Precision 8. Precision 8. Precision 8. And we don't, so okay, we have our 3 that we can kind of see here. Let's keep zooming in. So has the daily started? This was the open just now, actually. Yeah, so it looks like we did it. Oh, no, guys, we opened at 17311. So let me quickly tweet this out before I begin. Yeah. I've got a bit of sniffles, so please don't mind that. Okay, so with that being said, let's expand this because I don't like how the charts are looking like that. Okay, so now we can have a much better look. I did tweet it out, so inshallah everybody gets to join in and gets to see what's going on. So here, we closed. We can see our moving averages, yeah. So this is our big points as we see where our supports are coming up. And alhamdulillah, look at that. Just look at that. Even the past 3 days alone, like this, or sorry, 5 days of this kind of sideways trading we've been building up, we can see our moving average here has been pulling upward ever since. So let's say about a week ago, we were at 15982. Like a lot of people have been telling me, oh, we're not moving, but you can very clearly see we are moving upward. We are moving upward as our supports pull us higher and higher. So our latest one currently, our lowest support is at 16754. I do want to add in the bands as well, so let's just quickly add in those indicators. Indicators, here we are. So let's add in the Bollinger Bands, and voila. Okay, so now we have quite a few. So let's also add in the MACD convergence on that. So let's quickly get that going here. Wonderful. Okay, so some of the things that we wanted to make sure of, right? First of all, let's have a look at how it all played out. So one, look at this here. We did push up off this MA5 support here. So we're well above it now. We are still facing against a bit of resistance, right? So like, as you can clearly see here, the Bollinger Band resistance has been holding us down. And it's exactly what we actually came down to, which is the equivalent of the EMA 30, by the way. So this EMA 30 Bollinger Band resistance point has been holding us down, but that's it. Today is the final day this should occur as we look towards flipping that over into a positive form. So I don't like histograms. I prefer columns because that's just my thing. I'm not a big fan. I'm going to go with a lighter green. No, that's a disgusting green. Let's go with this green. Nah, better green. Okay, so then also we want to get precision as much as we can. So let's have a look also at our MACD really quickly. So we can see here, and by the I'm looking over here in the difference point, right? So we can see here for the past couple of days, I'm going to expand this a little bit so we can see better. So we can see here in the past couple of days over here that the negative trend has been taking a hold, right? This negative trend has been pulling us down, and you can see it here, pull down. And despite pulling us down, we are still fighting back very well, actually. Like our supports are holding up, everything is coming up. So with that being said, we went from this point at a positive 5 down to negative 29, down to negative 65, down to negative 82. But do you see that? That difference was slowing down. And that's exactly what's showing us this positive kind of sideways trading. So with that being said, what is today? Look at that. 87 was what it was for the duration of the 24 hours yesterday. Now we're sitting at 89. Now this 89 is likely looking to flip actually today. So today will be the start of our bull run. We are looking to move upward into probably, I would say this would probably close around 80 to 75 range as we close 1% up. Now, while it's not huge, it is going to do one key thing, and that is with this band here. So let's expand that, increase the precision here so we can see. So we can see the Bollinger Band is sitting at 17352. Funny enough, and I'm sure the more keen viewers here noticed it, but as we were coming up to close, we fell below these resistance points. And that is not an issue. In fact, that is a good thing, right? Because what that tells us is that this resistance point we were meant to come back under, but we were also meant to break the next day. Because before, as we were hitting this resistance band, we didn't have the indicators ready yet. So we knew we were going to come down, but now our indicators are ready to flip as we're ready to break through this resistance band. So expect tomorrow, pretty much the next 23 hours, expect to be able to come into a better range. What we're probably looking to come into is push past 17352. That's the bare minimum. Inshallah, we are guaranteed to at least push past this 17352 range right here. The second part of this is going to be we are going to test once more this MA10, this moving average of 10 resistance line. So it's currently at 17503, 50508. Yeah, this resistance band we are going to not break, but instead we're going to hit it one more time as we come to a close between these 2 points. So we're likely looking to come to a close around 173. Let's make sure here. So if the band is here, our MACD is increasing like that. Our volume is sitting fairly flat. We're starting to see a consistent pattern. Our increases we could see before has had a positive 0.53, 0.53, 2 days in a row. We're probably looking to do roughly the same as we start to flip, just a little higher. So with all of those things being said, we're looking to close tomorrow around 174. That would be the estimated range. And it would be an amazing range, to be honest, right? Like that is a huge win for us. So I'll take a 174 range every day. So 174 to 175 is our close. If there's any questions or you guys want to talk about anything at all, you're more than welcome to. I'll be here for the next 8 minutes. Also, just going to quickly check on the other indicators while I'm here, because I'm curious to see how those have been developing as well. So we can see on a 12-hour indicator, for example, that massive run-up we had, the retracement that we had, and now looking to, once again, as you can see here, getting ready to cross back, getting ready to push back up. So even on our 12-hour, we can see that positive momentum building up. I know, that's amazing. I just want to quickly see. So we are starting off with a bit of a downward dive, and that's actually fine, to be honest, because I do believe this downward dive isn't going to last for very long. To see how long it lasts, we're going to have a quick look at the 15-minute candle. For everybody who's just joining, of course, we've gone over most of everything, but let's quickly have a. Oh, I didn't want to see that. Actually, I don't need the volume right now, so let's just go to that entirely. So let's have a quick, very, very quick look at the 15-minute candle to see when we can expect this slight negative trend to end. So as we can see here on it, we are actually starting to flip in the reverse direction on the 15-minute. Now these don't usually last that long anyway, but likely we're looking to hold this for the next 4 to 5 candles, depending on how this one goes. So as you can see here on the candle, we did try to break through this resistance band right here at 17318. Attempting to break it is what absorbed all our momentum, and hence now we're going downward. Now we do have supports at 17276. So right here, for those who can see, it is this. Let me see if I can highlight it. Actually, it doesn't look like it highlights. Maybe there's an option for a scale line, price line. Yeah. Okay. So the price line that I just included here, this price line right here at at 1729 at 290, this exact price line, this is our support point, right? So this support is going to help us in the next 4 minutes, but it's not going to be enough. Instead, we're probably looking to edge down and meet, as you can see here, we met our second support at 17260, and it helped us up. But this help up won't last very long. Instead, likely in the 15-minute close in the next 3 minutes, we're going to close around 1726 and then edge further downward. As you can already see here, we're already doing that, right? We're now currently at 17268. Of course, keep in mind our support's at 17266, so it's going to hold, just not for very much longer. So I got 3 minutes on that. Let's see how it goes. So as you can see here, we have 2 minutes left on the 15-minute candle here, and we are below our support. Does that mean we're going to close below support? I don't believe so, despite us edging downward. But let's make sure, let's look at the minute-by-minute candle and see how things are progressing, yeah? So here we are, we still have 2 minutes left, so we can see here that negative trend, and this is what's pulling us down, by the way, this negative trend that keeps going. But as we can tell, 6, 7, 7, 8, that negative trend is slowing down. It's probably looking to reverse actually very soon because it's hitting our support line too, right? So our lower band of support at 17353. No, that is at 17251. This support line is there for us. So it's going to cause this negative trend to start reversing back upward. Now, we're probably not going to see that in this minute, but the next minute going forward, we're going to see a bit of that more reverse, almost kind of sideways trading. So let's see how that develops over here. So first off, we're going to close this one. We closed it. So we closed this at the value of 17245. Now here is the next one. It's going to stay at 17230. That negative trend is still actually holding a little stronger than expected here as it pulls down on our support even more than before. So we still have about 45 seconds before this closes. I still believe there are supports present to help us up, but let's watch and see how it develops. down to 1728. Sorry, 228 now. Will this negative trend continue? And it's 715. Okay. So we did fall below supports, which is wild to see, by the way. But over here, let's see it. Okay, before I jump to it, I want to see one more minute because we need to make sure, one, we have this breach. If you guys can see it, this candle here has breached that bottom line support. Most times with this, when you have a breach like that, the next couple candles start to trade a little positive towards that sideways trading form. So we're going to probably see this retrace half of this around here and then a bit of trading sideways before we bounce back up. But to make sure of this, let's watch further and see. So we can already kind of see this retracing happening, by the way. We're at 17232. Now, will that hold is the question, because if it does hold, we can see here on an indicator as well, it is starting to level out as it may also flip positive. Interesting choice of events. So, another minute has just passed, and we did close positive on this as expected, right? So over here, we did close at 17232, which I thought was absolutely fine. But the thing is, and this is the part that was unexpected, was instead of starting to see a bit of that flip that we were expecting, and you can even see it on the line here as it's starting to level out, we're starting to see a stronger negative trend form because this lower band has now pushed further down. Now the question is, will this sustain itself? Will it reverse in the minute that it's being told? I don't think so. I think we might be in for just one more break before we see some reversal. So let's have a look at the minute again. Once this closes, we'll have a better idea of how things are developing. So just to get a better sense of what's going on here, you can see the bands expanding outward as one heads downward, one heads upward. So just to zoom in a little bit for those who are uncertain of how it's progressing. Don't exactly like how that looks. Can't zoom in any further on it though. But yeah, as you can see here, this is a heavy red candle. And that is forcing, genuinely look at that, it's genuinely forcing a break downward. Is it a panic? Not really, but when you look at it minute by minute, it looks very scary. So it is a full break, just like last time. This candle is a massive actually break with a bit of a slower momentum for this minute. Now this minute will be kind of the key to see if we are starting to reverse or if we're going to keep heading downward for a little bit longer. I think this might be it. Still not certain quite yet. We are seeing a bit of a leveling out pattern, which I think is also great to see. I think it looks so flat that you can't see it there. Kind of strange. Wondering where you can see on at least the MACD over here, the momentum flipping positive, but where it is right now. So it says here 17170. We know we closed the last one at 17161, so we might be having a bit of positive momentum going. Still uncertain to say. If we do close at 17163 plus, then we can start to imagine a positive momentum building up. But not just yet. Not just yet. It's too soon. We need 3 candles to confirm if we've broken a pattern or not. Let's see if we can get it. Here we go. Okay. So the next minute has formed, and we are sitting at, well, let's actually jump straight to it, right? So this one was so flat, you actually could not see anything at all, just because of the difference between the two was negligible. Literally, it went from 17161 to 17163 on the minute. But this candle over here is a bit more positive. We're starting to see that in the MACD as well as we're pushing up to 17170. Now, it's still too early to say if we are reversing trends just yet. So let's let another minute go by. Another minute has now closed. There it is. There we go. This is exactly what we wanted to see. That trend now flipping positive. This was it. As it looks like we're actually pushing through. Oh, I'm an idiot, guys. My bad. I zoomed in too much. I can tell. But anyway, yeah. So as you saw here, this is the normal pattern we tend to see, right? So we tend to see a single candle break through that bottom, one that kind of trades sideways, and then you start to push back upward. So that being said, if this minute, so over here, this minute's actually breaking through one of the first resistances set up at 17176, as well as, and now it's kind of touching that second one. I don't think it's going to be able to close this high up to break 2 resistances in one go. It might just come under 17205. But let's find out. There isn't too much time left until the second closes. And the second closed, guys, look at that. Look at that. So one, immediately, within that minute, look at how the support just bounces right back up, right? So with that being said, now we can just zoom out a little bit as we start to see the bigger picture here. So one, this is an amazing candle. But two, we are turning positive on this, right? So you can see that in our MACD. We're getting ready to cross back upward as we approach the medium band of the Bollinger Band, of the Bollinger line. So it's at 17246. We're not quite there yet. We're sitting at currently at 17210, but the only resistance in our way now is the 17246. The momentum is also present, so this is good. We're likely looking to push up as it is. So how far can we push up? That's the question. So as we were just coming up to it, we can see like we were approaching this cross here. If we had just made this cross, it would have been amazing to see. We're not quite there yet as the two lines start to converge, which that's not a bad thing either, right? Because that just means we're having that momentum trading sideways like we thought we would. So with that being said, that is how that developed. Not bad at all. Our supports are all starting to pull back up, and actually two of them have now met and crossed at a certain point. So let's zoom back in a little bit just to see this a little better. There we are, pushing back positive, pushing it slightly higher on the MACD as well as we're getting ready to cross. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, blue line. You can cross. You can push upward. You can do it. And okay, this is very, very good. If we can hold this, we can hold what point are we at right now? If we can hold 17203 for the next 30 seconds, then we push positive. with the positivity starting to solidify in the minute candle, I am going to expand outward back to the 30-minute as well as the hour, but we're not quite there yet to say for certain. So we did just close. We haven't crossed yet. That's the thing, right? We still have yet to cross. Are we going to cross positive? Well, for one thing, the support we have support at 17188, but we have resistance at 172 because it crossed back upward above us. So this is looking a little dicey as we're kind of sandwiched between 2 points. You can even see it here. There isn't the cross didn't occur in the minute like we were hoping it would, but it doesn't mean it's over.